just wanted to say before this video starts that I really wanted to get this out in the first part of February or late January, somewhere in there, but it kind of got pushed back, and that's just how it worked. Thank you for everyone that subscribed. Really appreciate that. Don't forget to do that if you haven't yet. And also comment, because that helps. That pushes it down the YouTube algorithm. Science, I don't know. But yeah, appreciate you. Well, good afternoon. It is Saturday, and it finally quit snowing. It's been like 3 days, 4 days of just getting absolutely pounded with snow. As you can see, I'm really getting shy on places to stack it. It added up. I don't know what our total is, and our last bit, I think we got 10 inches, but it blew around so much it's hard to really tell. But yeah, there was a lot before even that storm came, so this has been fun. But now we're supposed to get a couple days of highs in the single digits and lows in the negative, so I'm gonna grind off all of the corn I need for this week feeding now, so I don't have to deal with a 70-year-old farm all tractor starting up every day, twice a day, every day. So just doing a little work now to save me some time later. And honestly, it's not work once you get the tractor started, and as long as it stays running, which is questionable at best. It's a little cold. I can't talk right now, but yeah, the old pile starts coming up in the mixer, and then you just come down here and hit the PTO and spin it around so the pile goes down and keep on filling. I think I'm gonna shoot for like 9,000, maybe 10,000 pounds. Hopefully by then I'll at least have the patience to deal with starting that tractor. I don't know, it's been kind of goofy. It's always started, but it's given me fits a few times. So yeah, just trying to keep warm. Luckily the heater works in this tractor, but it's not working so good right now, and I don't know what's wrong with that. It's plugged in, it should be warm, but I am just sitting here idling, so it's definitely a lot warmer than outside. A little cold out. It's pretty safe to say that I am over winter. I don't have a huge amount of body fat. Apparently the more body fat you have, the warmer you feel, because I do not feel warm at all. We've been yeah, you can't even see. We've been dealing with a whole lot of snow, and finally got that taken care of, and now it decided just to drop down to -20, and don't like that. And actually, I didn't even know it, but apparently the scale for the mixer doubles as a thermometer. Okay, that's exaggerating a little bit, but it is very, very cold, and the wind blew so bad it actually filled the shed with snow just drifting in. Luckily I ground off all that feed, so I don't have to worry about starting this whole setup. But unfortunately, it's been so cold I haven't been able to put my electric hammer mill in, which wouldn't have cared how cold it is. I think, I don't know. I got no experience running those, but we're letting this thing warm up. I got to scoop up some refusal feed from the cows. I'm going to load that into the mixer and feed it to the little heifers, because they aren't picky. They'll eat it. And that way I don't have to feed them today. Win, win, win. Well, we got her all scraped up. We got 4,200 pounds in the mixer. There's probably a good couple hundred pounds of snow in it, but that'll work out. The heifers will basically pick through it, rummage the snow around. It actually just turns into snowballs in the bottom of the bunk. So I just come in with a shovel and sweep them all out, and yeah, they get a free meal basically. I can go back to pushing up feed, which when there's big snow drift and it sits there for a few days, I don't push it up. It that's just how that worked out. So yeah, all's good. Except for now I got to get out of this nice heated cab and go outside. Luckily I only have to run to the other heated cab. Well, we're just going to sit here and let this bale grind up and then add a little more hay onto it. Heifers got fed. They're happy, except apparently they never touched a drinker all night because that froze over. So we're going to have to thaw that out. I am sick of the cold weather. And it's not even that I don't like the cold weather. The cold weather's fine. I can be out in this all day. But nothing wants to work when it's cold. And that's just annoying. Oh well, keep pushing through it. Well, I forgot to plug this thing in during the day today. So, -12. But it was running 6 hours ago, so. Oh, thank you. This is how you keep birds out of a shed, too. So I got my round bale in there, and I'm really still not sure if I'm giving it enough time to grind that bale up all the way. There she comes up, and there it goes down. So I got a new idea of hopefully how I can make sure I give myself enough time for that bale to grind up. We're gonna eat zebra cake, and dare I say we might even eat 2. And we're just gonna let that thing grind. Well, I can still see just a little bit popping up. We're not totally completely mixed, so we're gonna go for 2 zebra cakes. Also, a quick side note, I left these in my pocket on my vest, and I should have put them in my sweatshirt that is inside the vest, because this frosting is frozen solid. Well, good morning. We are officially 1 month into running this thing, and after the first week of just straight hell, it straightened up quite a bit. Yeah, we had that cold snap, which didn't help nothing, and weather's actually been pretty nice. You can see my breath right now, but we're getting just under freezing overnight, and then like 40s during the day, which is awesome, as long as you get all the stuff you need to get, bales, yada yada, get all that done when it's still froze. That works out good. We got a new ceiling in our parlor that desperately needed to be done, and I put a new fence in the calf shed to just replace not ideal situations. Both of which I was going to make a video for, but you get into doing something and it slips your mind. But no, everything has been going just, not swimmingly, but pretty good. Can't complain. And yeah, other than a few projects during the day, it's basically just feeding cows, which really ain't that exciting more than once. So I've saved you the boredom of watching me do that 100 times. But no, we made it through January. Everything besides only getting 1 milk check for the month. Kinda didn't quite pay all the bills, but we have a line of credit for something else that we borrowed money for that to cover the bills. Hopefully we'll make enough to pay that back, but just kind of how it went. I mean, the milk check's delayed, so if we ever sell the cows or quit dairy farming, we'll get an extra check after they're gone. So I mean, it works out, it evens out. Stuff's been going. After that first week, everything just kind of leveled out, and getting a new routine of doing stuff, and it's going a lot better. Makes it a lot easier. So we'll kind of bounce in and out here during the day as long as I can remember to do stuff. I got to fix some freestalls. We bumped up to 100 cows, and we dried up, sold a couple, and I think right now we're at like 98. We've had 5 calves in the last week, so just kind of riding. I'm doing my best to hold it right at that 100. Right now, we took one of our, what we call the second freestall barn, and that's holding young stock heifers right now. So probably never going to go back to milking 200 cows, and quite frankly, I don't want to. Milking 100, that's simple, it works good, and it's honestly just a good place to be. If next year down the line we might bump up to 150 if we end up hiring help to cover that, but yeah, I'd say our days of milking 200, pushing 250 are long behind us. I want nothing to do with that. And the only issue with that is I have about 80 heifers that are going to calve this year, and another 80 that are going to calve the year after. So probably going to rotate through and sell some cows, sell heifers, which is a good thing. It'll basically leave me with the best of the best, and that's a good way to be. And the downside of that is my dry cow heifers are getting, I wouldn't say crowded because they got about 40 acres of pasture, but we only got one feed bunk, so when it's feeding time they all pack in there and eat, which hasn't been a problem so far. And as cows calving out of there into the barn, it'll kind of work, it'll float out. But yeah, it's feeling alright with the whole situation. Not too bad, but yeah, I better get some cows fed. We'll check in with you later. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a fun drive to get out here again. My nice road has been aerated pretty good by hose, and then a bunch of melted snow on top of it. But we got one out here already, so we should be able to get out there again. Hopefully. And of course the wind is blowing at me, which makes this the wrong direction to be doing this, but I don't want to drive on what I already did. Corn stalk bales spread out there. You can see up there's where I have been doing it, and that's kind of so spongy now I couldn't even drive on it, so we just moved it slightly to the left.
That was your maneuver? Moving slightly to the left?
Well, I mean, we're not in the same place we were, yeah? That ought to confuse them.
Which they'll go through and they'll spread it out a little better and apparently eat about half of it. I fed them just this morning. I don't know why they're so hungry, but I think it's just boredom more than anything. And yeah, being out here, we got a lot that are going to be calving soon. She might even calve today. But that's that's a good thing. I'd rather them be in the freestyle barn in this muddy time of year right now anyway. I believe I got probably 5-6 cows ready to drop calves in the next couple days, and a lot of these heifers out here are already starting to spring up, fill up udders, and be calving shortly. So we might go from a lot of animals out here to not many at all. That's okay. Yep, good old mud season. It's not my favorite. Never a dull moment here. This is Bailey. Bailey is our newest resident. He's a little steer. Came out of a heifer. Watch out, cats. But yeah, we're gonna take him to his new pen. Here are our other new ones. We got Betsy. We got Hugo. I kind of messed up on his tag, but that's fine. We got Lucy. And we got Rosie. And next we'll have Bailey. We gotta get him some straw. You joke, right? I think it'll have a good neighbor. Oh, she's walking right over here. We might as well open the gate. Go on. No, you don't go out. She goes in. Get. Come on, cow. Beautiful.